A 70-year-old male came to the nephro-OPD with complaints of deranged kidney functions, serum creatinine of 3, and also he has complaints of paresthesias and numbness in upper limb as well as lower limb, and blurring of vision, tendency of easy bruisability, epistaxis melena. Fundus shows tortuous retinal veins, segmental as well as dilated retinal veins with retinal hemorrhages. Serum IgM levels were elevated. So, what is your diagnosis in question? A. Multiple myeloma. B. Poem syndrome. C. Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. D. Smoldering myeloma. So, they are asking in short the variance of multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma is often the repeatedly asked question in NEET as well as INICET. So you should, apart from knowing multiple myeloma as such, we should know also about these variants, these syndromes also. Yeah. First, let's know about multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma, if you see, it is a tumor of plasma cells, as we all know. So plasma cells will be nothing but the functionally active B cells, which will be producing lots of antibodies. So why have we drawn like this? This plasma cell always has a cartwheel-shaped nucleus. So in multiple myeloma, if you see, most commonly antibodies which are produced are of IgG type, then IgA type, then IgM type. Okay. So this is multiple myeloma. Then what are characteristic feature of to define it as multiple myeloma? They are defined as myeloma defining events, which are nothing but our famous CRAB criteria. CRAB. C for increased calcium levels, hypercalcemia, more than 11 gram per deciliter calcium levels, and R for renal dysfunctions, serum creatinine greater than 2. Okay. Next, A for anemia, hemoglobin less than 10. Okay. And B for bone marrow evidence of plasma cells. And also M protein levels, which we would have been studying from the beginning since second year. That M band is seen in case of multiple myeloma. M protein quantification is needed. Okay. It will be more than 3 grams in multiple myeloma. So myeloma defining events, at least one should be there, with clonal bone marrow plasma cell evidence. Both should be there to define it as multiple myeloma. So here if you see in the question, why it is not multiple myeloma? Serum creatinine is raised. Yes. But they didn't give any bone marrow evidence, and they are giving more of serum IgM is elevated. M is least commonly elevated in case of multiple myeloma. Okay. Then any other findings which are in CRAB criteria? No any anemia, no any bony pains, and also the patient doesn't have any hypercalcemic features also, clinical features also. Okay. So it's not more towards multiple myeloma. Next, what is the syndrome I have written? Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. It's very important. You can remember like Waldenstrom's is nothing but storm M. IgM protein is produced in excess in case of this Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. Why it is called macroglobulin? If you are studied in microbiology, the characteristic feature of IgM. How is IgM actually? It is actually a pentamer, meaning 5 molecules of IgM will be bound by a joining bond. Okay. So if you see this, 5 antibodies are bound, and this antibody is a bulky antibody, so it's called macroglobulinemia. It also gives a clue that it's only IgM. Nice. And we have studied that IgM is a cryoglobulin. It precipitates wherever cold temperature is there, it will precipitate there. Okay. So if you see, This IgM is a larger molecule. So what will happen? If this thick molecule is circulating in the circulation, it will make the entire blood circulation viscous. This is the hyper viscosity which is characteristic in case of Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. So what will happen if viscosity is increased? Viscosity means that thickness of the blood is increased. So blood circulation will move sluggishly. Thick blood moves sluggishly. Okay. So what will happen is in the red, it will be more pronounced in the venous circulation, as venous circulation doesn't have that much pressure to propagate. So venous circulation, what happens? This blood stays there and causes dilation of the retinal veins. So only we have dilated, tortuous retinal veins. Okay, and also papilledema, retinal hemorrhages. All these are due to this hyperviscosity feature. So retinal bleeds, dilated tortuous veins, segmental veins. Next, sluggish circulation going to the cerebral circulation, as neurons are more susceptible to hypoxia as well as ischemia. So brain suffers, that can contribute to transient ischemic attacks, or due to this hyperviscosity, headaches will be there due to the sluggish circulation. The increased intracranial pressure will be relatively high because the venous circulation is sluggish, it's not draining completely into the IVC, venous circulation. So it makes the intracranial pressure increased. So this characterizes the headache in this syndrome. Then it also has vertigo, tinnitus, all these features. Then also, this is as we are studying again in microbiology, this IgM macroglobulin causes agglutination of RBCs, as well as it is a cold immunoglobulin also. Okay, so it activates and it lyses the RBCs. So it can cause autoimmune hemolytic anemia. All has reasons behind it. Okay, nothing is needed to be by heart. It has reasons. Anemia, autoimmune hemolytic anemias. Next, if you see this thing, clotting factor. It inhibits all the clotting factors, majority of the clotting factors, so the patients have easy tendency to bleed. So all these characterize the characteristic feature of Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. And also this plasma cells will start to pour into, from the marrow, they'll start pouring into the liver and spleen, contributing to the hepatosplenomegaly lymphadenopathy in case of Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. As well as they also deposit in the sensory nerves, motor nerves, causing sensory motor neuropathies. Okay, mostly it is kind of a demyelinating thing. So this is Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. So now just see the question. We'll just see the question once. What will tell? Deranged kidney function test. Yes, it is possible due to deposits of IgM in the kidneys causing IgM nephropathy, amyloid nephropathies, and paresthesia's numbness due to neuropathies, and blurring of vision, increased tendency, blurring of vision due to retinal hemorrhages, retinal tortuous, dilated retinal veins, papilledema, all those things. Then increased tendency to easy bruisability is due to it inhibits all the clotting factors, so it has increased tendency to bleed, as well as epistaxis, melena, all those easy bleeding tendency. And fundus also shows the characteristic feature of hyperviscosity, and IgM levels are elevated. So everything fits in this diagnosis, which is nothing but Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. Okay, yes. So apart from this, try knowing about Poem syndrome as well as smoldering myeloma also. Okay, we will learn about all these things in our upcoming sessions. So for now, just remember this single picture, which will help you concentrate on all the clinical features of Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia, IgM producing plasma cells, IgM, a macroglobulin, hyperviscosity, retinal dilated retinal tortuous veins, increased ICP, headache, vertigo, transient ischemic attacks. Then IgM also activates lots of complements as well as RBCs, agglutinates RBCs, and it's a cryoglobulin. So it causes hemolysis, autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Then also it inhibits clotting factors, easy tendency to bleed, and also this plasma, this germinal centers, the plasma cells pour into the liver and spleen, causing massive hepatosplenomegaly as well as lymphadenopathy. So characteristic mutation, if you want to remember, it is MYD88, MYD88 mutation. If it is there, then the patients have high tendency to go into Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. Okay, thank you.
Best training, peaceful environment, PG medical entrance exam preparation were my expectations. I got them at Speed Medical Village in Kanchipuram. Today, I am a PG topper.
Speed Medical Village, a unique eco-friendly campus dedicated for PG preparation. Speed Medical Institute, a complete solution for medical education.